you can't take that back. You lost a line.
I will say that I'm happy that Mag came out of retirement for me.
Well, I mean, I did say that I was going to do one match.
Oh, crap. Knock stuff over.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn. Yeah.
All right. You good?
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but what?
We're starting.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, we're live, babe.
I didn't know that we were live. You didn't tell me.
Well,
And because we're live, hi, I'm your host, Mist. It's been a while since I've been in this position, and it feels good being back in this role. Well,
world, we're just living in it.
at least for this episode, yes, which is Gamer Grudge, the Gamer Hell Legends of Zelda edition, where we are going to have a Legends of Zelda themed debate with 3 questions. Yeah, with 3 questions. Hold on, I had to pull them up. With 3 questions, 2 contestants, and 1.5 judges.
I'm just here.
You know what? You're
Apparently.
moral support. If I win, you'll
So-
be the reason I do.
My half
No,
judge,
your extensive knowledge of Zelda that I
my
know
half
nothing
judge
about.
who's speaking right now. Kat, introduce yourself if you want
Hey,
to.
I'm ChromaCat94. I'm basically here. I don't stream a lot anymore, but I do, things, and I'm excited to be here. And Tony, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
I've been on the what is it? G1.
G1.
I've been on the
Studios.
GF1 Studios. I've been on the streams for a few of the Gamer Grudges. This will be my 3rd, and I'm looking forward to it because I have a wonderful, wonderful opponent.
And that's it. We can go on to the rounds.
Oh, no!
Michael.
I'm channeling. I am now channeling my inner Matthew McConaughey from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Next Generation.
Matt, who told
Okay,
you to
let's go.
speak? You're already down 20 points.
Ah, damn it.
No one told you to talk. And this is my show.
Okay.
And we're all just living.
All right.
But go ahead, since you have something to say to the class. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Mac. My name is Mac. I'm the owner of GF1 Studios. Yeah. I don't know how to rhyme. Yeah. Let's go.
No, that is not.
Ready,
Okay,
Tony?
so-
You ready, Tony?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm
Stepping on
excited.
anybody that's
All
coming
right,
in
class.
here.
All right, class. Calm down. Save that energy.
I'm stepping on anybody that's coming through here.
I said save the energy.
Oh, I got energy. I just had to recapture this because I hadn't done it in a while.
Anyways, so this is how this is going to work. We have 3 questions. 3 questions, 5 rounds. First round, ask question, state answer. That's all we want to hear. Second round, each contestant is going to argue why their answer is the best. Third round, they got 5 minutes to go back and forth as to why their answer is the best answer. Fourth round would be fact checking, but that's up for debate. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
And then 5th round is judgment. So, if you will, contestants, you ready?
Yeah.
My lovely assistant who's just thrown into the fray with me, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I'm ready.
All right, so then let's start with question
Oh,
I
1.
love how you pulled your head back as if I was pulling your hair.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I gotta get it. I'll get it.
No facts allowed, according to Chewbacca Defense.
Okay, so you do have this stuff set up.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
yeah. No,
It's
I
up right
gotcha.
now. But question 1 is up.
Oh, you're
The
talking
card.
Mac.
I don't got photos. Just so
All
you
right.
know.
Question 1. What is the best Legends of Zelda game? And we're going to start with... All right, that's the other part. There's no fact checking, which is why round 4 is up for debate. Ha ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha 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 ha
Ah,
ha 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 ha.
So anyways, question 1, what is the best Legend of Zelda game. We're gonna start with. You know what? Let's start with Tony.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say start with Mac. Age before beauty, but I'll go.
Ha ha
Just kidding. All right, so by far, in my opinion, and I think it's in a lot of people's opinion as well.
State your answer.
My answer for the best. Sorry, I'm vamping. My answer for the best Legend of Zelda game has got to be Breath of the Wild.
Okie dokie. Mac.
So, in my opinion, I said this on a former Gamer Hill, and I'm going to redeem myself. The best Legend
State
of
your
Zelda.
answer.
Wind Waker.
Neither one of you gets to vamp.
Wind.
I know.
Wind.
Tony, you're down by 20
Your
points.
answer
Back, you're down by
round.
40.
Wind Waker.
We are starting off on a bad note. You both are in the negative.
Okay, well, cool. I said what I
All right,
fucking
so-
said.
I had 3 minutes on the clock. Tony, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Rude, ma'am.
Not doing anything.
3 minutes on the clock, go.
All right. So when you think of it, what is by far the best thing about Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild? Or let me actually re-ask you this: what was the best thing about the original Legend of Zelda? 9 times out of 10, people will say it was just exploring, finding random shit, and just finding your way through the actual overworld. Breath of the Wild brought that to the forefront and made that its whole thing, and if not, revamped it for a newer generation of people. If you look on anyone's Switch, on anyone's game station for Breath of the Wild, I can guarantee you that there is at least over 100 hours. Most of that is just exploring the overworld, which at the very essence of it gets what the creator of Legend of Zelda was going about. Because he started it off as basically he's exploring his backyard. He's finding just exploring and living his childhood dream. And in Breath of the Wild, that just capitalizes on it. Because you have your Korok puzzles, you have your different encampments, you have small little boss fights that you can find. You have everything right there in smack dab, just on there. And from the word go, you are allowed to explore anything and everything. You could even go to the end stage directly if you want to. And it's just, it capitalized the feeling of complete choice. That's my thing. I'm good.
You sure? Got a minute
Oh.
left.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Time's up. Mac?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You
Go.
sure?
All right, so remember that commercial a long time ago where Robin Williams was literally promoting Legend of Zelda? Yeah, this is technically what he was talking about. This is where you really are exploring. It's talking about exploring. You're exploring. Close your eyes. The whole world is covered under sea. All Hyrule is under sea. You have to travel from island to island to go to your next dungeon. You have to literally go to a certain location. You're exploring just like what the original Zelda intended. You're not just going to just different lands. You're traveling by sea. You're going to in all honesty, when I was a kid, I love being a pirate. This is where you get to live your dream. You're not only Link, you are a pirate. Cause you're traveling from island to dungeon via boat. Also in this game, the control is for the GameCube. We all know that the GameCube had the best control layout. Everybody said this. And Miyamoto found some way to make this game perfect with the controls lined up with Legend of Zelda. You can go out and now I know my compatriot here is going to talk all about his rewards, about his rewards and all that, but the bullshit. But here's the thing: this game got at least the same accolades, and there's a lot of gamers out there that will argue you down that this is one of if not the best Zelda games. Because when you think about Zelda, you think of from each console. There's different Zeldas you think of. Some people think of Link to the Past. People think about Ocarina of Time. People think about Twilight Princess. Yes, and I know that for the GameCube. But a lot of people talks about Wind Waker. There are more people that talk about Wind Waker as not only a great game, one of the greatest games of all time. Rerez actually did a whole section talking about the damn game like is one of the best Zelda games of all time. Literally just doing a whole episode about Wind Waker. Wind Waker is a great game. It's a great. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about not only got good gameplay, it got a good story. Just like I said, Hyrule is underwater, and you're sailing across Hyrule, literally going to place, trying to go to each dungeon. And it's not boring. It's not boring. You're going to do something new every time. There's something that you didn't explore there's something new every time. I stopped playing Wind Waker and I went back to Wind Waker and I found something new every time.
Okay. Good opening arguments.
Yeah, not bad.
Kinda makes me want to play Zelda because I haven't in a while.
It's such a good game series.
It is.
It literally has a little bit of everything for everyone. Except Wind Waker.
So.
Hey, that round hasn't started yet.
Just kidding.
Are you both ready to battle it out?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of wish we could play the Zelda battle music.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah, it would.
It is. I actually really like it.
Yeah,
all right.
Copyright.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes on the clock. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you?
Are you ready, Mac?
I'm ready. Come on. Come at me.
Give it a minute. Okay, so yes, Wind Waker is a good game, but guess what? You're stuck with transportation on a boat. You cannot just walk from island to island. With Breath of the Wild, you literally have no.
Oh wow! I can go on a horse from place to place, riding on the horse. That's so great. You can do that in Ocarina of Time.
Riding on a horse, you could chop down a tree.
You can do that in Ocarina of Time. Also, the fact that you're also forgetting one more. You're forgetting the problem with your game. Every fucking weapon breaks.
If you want to talk
every weapon breaks in your game. Even the Master Sword breaks.
That makes you creative.
That'll make you creative. You're going to a fucking dungeon and you're sitting there fighting people with a sword and you're like, oh, the sword's about to break, and then you're like, oh man, break, and then you're with a fucking stick the whole time. You gotta fight a monster. You gotta fight all these creatures. You gotta fight the third time with a fucking stick. You gotta be with a big fucking stick. And then not only that,
it encourages Tony to explore to get more resources.
That is true.
That you're prepared for the dungeon.
That is true, Tony, and you're right. But here's the thing: that Master Sword is supposed to be the ultimate weapon in Zelda, and the fact that Miyamoto literally made that weapon to where, oh yeah, it breaks. It has a breaking point, and it has to recharge. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know how hard it is to get all those heart containers to get that fucking Master Sword? Very hard. Again, and you wanna know why I hated that part? I hated doing that.
You go through different dungeons. You fight puzzles.
That's cool. That's cool. But that's pretty much the whole. That's okay. So Tony, let me get this straight. The reason. What are the reasons of you going in those dungeons?
There is no one correct solution.
Okay.
Everyone, even to this day, people are still finding new and fun ways.
I think you're confusing. I think you're confusing your game with Tears of the Kingdom, which is a much better game.
No, I'm not.
Tears of the Kingdom is a better game. There's customization. There's a lot more better. There's a lot more layout in the land. There's more expansive things in your game. I feel like that's better than than that game. I have a little beef with this game because that game literally is just boring. After you beat it, you're not going. Let me be honest. When I beat Breath of the Wild, I sold it. I have not played it. I was bored. I was like, there's nothing else to do. I didn't even put. In all honesty, all those hours you're talking about, I literally took. I spent more time playing Wind Waker than I did playing Breath of the Wild. Just being honest.
You know what? You know what it has after you beat it? It has the fucking Master Trials. It has Champions.
Oh wow! So you're trying to tell me the thing that you're trying to tell me the thing that you did in the original Zelda, where you're like, hey, there's another adventure. Oh, cool. Nope, not doing that. I'm not doing that.
That's the best thing about Legend of Zelda is the adventure.
I know the adventure. Well, once you get done with the adventure, that's fun. But with Wind Waker, there is more to do. There's more things to do than your game. Because once you beat it, it's like, oh, it's done. You're just waiting on the next game. That's what you're waiting on.
Because I feel like, once Wind Waker's done, it's like
let me be honest. I beat Wind Waker and I went back to Wind Waker and I played it and I had more fun. I had more fun playing it the second time.
Beat it
and also, it's not restarted. Also, with your games, with your game, if you explore it and once you get through it and once you figure out all the things in your bosses, it's not creative. It's not fun anymore because you know how to beat each boss.
Because it's not even just about the bosses. It
is.
It has the Korok puzzles. It has all.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that Shake a Shaft, whatever that. Let's talk about the iPhone. Let's talk about the little iPhone, which literally.
I'm not talking about the iPhone.
Yeah. You want to talk about that little thing where you literally are talking about? Oh yeah, I got a bomb. I can make a bomb out of this fucking iPhone. Oh great. That was the worst invention Miyamoto ever came up with because it took away the fun that got you. You literally, like, okay, instead of me getting a bomb, going to the shop and getting bomb, I have unlimited bombs. I'm like, oh, cool.
You know what?
It doesn't. It makes it cheapens the experience. It cheapens the experience of Zelda.
It cheapens the experience.
It cheapens it.
You don't have
My game has more. My game doesn't cheapen the experience. My game has the ending where it literally. In my game. You legit just killed Ganon with an arrow. You stabbed Ganondorf in the head, and he literally just stands there looking in the sky dead.
Right.
And plus, Zelda is literally shooting. Zelda.
So many different phases.
Zelda is literally shooting silver arrows at him. The game, and once again, my game, my sword does not break. My sword does not break. It does not break.
Doesn't break in Breath of the Wild. It runs out of energy.
Time. Yeah. I heard my name.
I said stop.
He
Oh.
said stop. No.
Scott, are you having audio issues, or was it just the argument itself that you couldn't hear?
It was the argument, probably.
Yeah.
When y'all were talking over each other.
Yeah.
Well, since we're in round 4, you know what we're going to do just to make it easier?
What are you going to
No
do?
questions.
Okay.
You're going to do a rebuttal for somebody who has never played a Zelda game before. Why should they play this one? Or the one you think?
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna put.
So are we? Is it against each other or is it?
It's just a rebuttal, but you're gonna rebut your game. That's gonna rebut his, and you guys are going to
Gonna rebut.
talk for.
I don't think I've ever played Legend of Zelda.
You know what? I'm gonna make this.
I'm an Animal Crossing girl.
All right, you guys are gonna have 30 minutes to sum up the best qualities of your game and why somebody new to Zelda should play your game. And we're going to start with Tony. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Go.
Okay, so in this Breath of the Wild, you literally start from point 0, and the entire world is your oyster. It has a little something for everybody. This has a game where you can explore, you can interact, you can cook and manage different items and stuff. You can find new fun ways to interact with the world, because this gives you that childlike sense of wonder of where we all, as kids, pretended. We pretended that we were knights or we were adventurers, as like little children do. You know, you pick up sticks, you go hang out with your friends in the woods, you act out different scenarios. This recaptures that spirit of what it's like to open your eyes and wonder for that amazement, and it brings out that inner child in you. You know, it captures that feeling of, this is what true adventure feels like. You know, you have so many different ways of movement in the game that you are not limited to options. It gives you the tools.
And stop.
Damn it.
Mac,
I'm ready.
go.
Hey, you want to experience Zelda the way that Miyamoto intended to play? You want to play Legend of Zelda the way intended by Miyamoto? Play Wind Waker. It is literally the way that Miyamoto intended Legend of Zelda to be played. This was his magnum opus. This was the game where you can go back and say, Miyamoto masterpiece right here. This is the game that literally takes those people who were kids that played it on the original NES, those kids that played it on the SNES, and yes, those same kids that played it on the Nintendo Super 64. It takes that. It literally gives you yes, the childlike image of it, but it also lets you have that adult-like in it. This game gives you, it literally tells you, it doesn't hold your hand. It literally tells you what to do in the beginning, and you go forth on your adventure. You're set sailing on the world. You remember playing One Piece? If you watch One Piece and you literally want to do that mode, you're feeling that experience. You're Monkey D. Luffy. You're in the same experience as that person on Monkey D. Luffy. You are doing the same shit almost. It's not. The only difference is you don't have a power. You have a sword and items, and you're literally that. There is in this whole thing, Zelda is literally not the damsel in distress. She's not a person that's just, oh, I'm getting hit. No,
And
Zelda
stop.
actually shoots arrows.
Stop. Okay. Interesting rebuttals, interesting arguments, interesting openings. Kat, who do you think won?
Do you mind if I ask a clarifying question first?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. And I'd like you both to answer, because it seems like a lot of y'all's arguments are based on exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much do you actually get to explore? So, Mac, your game seems to be based on islands, so approximately how many islands do you get to explore? And then, Tony, you can tell me approximately, how big you think the area is for Breath of the Wild. Mac, you can go ahead.
Okay, how many islands you can explore? I'm gonna be honest, I lost count because there's so many. I mean, I can't give you an approximate number because I can't give you an approximate number because I'll be lying. I ain't gonna lie to you because I don't know exactly.
Well, I mean, there's no fact checking.
Yeah, I know there's no fact checking, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be that guy. But
Okay.
It's a lot.
You don't have. We're not going to fact check it, but would you say it's more than 10?
I would say, as far as islands, I would say it's roughly around 20 to 30 islands around there, somewhere around there. But there are also some mini dungeons. So we're talking about all Cat, right? All dungeons, right?
Yeah,
all dungeons and mini dungeons. Okay, I'll say about 50 to 55, somewhere around that range.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Tony?
So, I will say this. If going off of average walking speed of Link, from top to bottom, from north to south, it's about 90 miles.
Hmm.
But it also brings a lot of different aspects from different timelines in the Legend of Zelda
Okay, well,
universe
this is just about the
together.
the amount of space.
Well,
So-
no, Red, it is.
Okay, so with that information, if their arguments are based on how much you get to explore, it seems like Max game has a lot more to explore. I've never played either, but that's what I would say.
And
So.
see, here's the thing, like, if we're going to ask that question, we would have to also ask, what exactly are you exploring? Because you could have a lot of exploration places and the exploration part be garbage.
Yeah.
That is true. There's a lot, and that's with all Zelda games. That's not just with any game. That's probably in both her games. There's probably some dungeons that just sucks, and that's.
Like, I'm not talking about it sucks. I mean, it's like the exploration aspect is garbage.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because how many open world games do we have that
I've
you
played
don't want to
Skyrim.
explore because it's garbage?
Fair. You got a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in fact, Scott brought up a very key one: Sonic Frontiers. Big, massive game with nothing in it.
Fair.
So exploration makes no sense for
Right.
that game. But I'm just going to take it for what it is. Because exploration or not,
If I can say one thing.
go ahead.
Judgment. Oh, Miss
Oh,
says it's
okay.
okay.
No, go ahead.
When it comes to overall the Legend of Zelda series, it's less the exploration, because exploration is a very broad term, and it's more the sense of adventure that you get with exploring. Would you agree with me on that?
Which was actually what I was going to bring up. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
said I'm taking what you guys are saying for what it is. I've never not played a Zelda game.
Right.
I know
never
what
played
Zelda
one.
is.
Don't give me that one.
And because there is no fact checking, I really do have to take it for what you guys say.
Yeah.
So, some part of me wants to go with Tony just ever so slightly more, because there's one thing I didn't like about your rebuttal, Mac. And it was something I was very specific about. I said, try to basically sell your game like no one has ever played Zelda before. And the turning off point for me is when you say Miyamoto's intentions.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't want to, if it's an exploration game or an adventure game, I don't necessarily want to play it as intended. I want to play my adventure.
That's
Mhm.
fair. If I lose, that's fair.
Well, it's a tie right now.
What?
Because I'm going to be fair, since Kat is my co-host and her opinion does matter, it's half a point to both of you.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. All right, we're going there.
Now, if it goes too long, then yes, I will make the ultimate call. But for right
Yeah.
now, half a point to both of you.
All right, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest here, Tony. I do love Breath of the Wild. I don't hate it.
I knew for a fact you were lying through your teeth when you said you hated it.
Oh, I don't hate it. I did sell it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did sell it, but I don't hate it. I like Tears of the Kingdom better. I'm not gonna lie to you. But you,
I will. Yeah, too.
yeah, you got it. And I know for a fact you were
Question
holding.
two.
You were holding back on.
Question two.
Hey.
Question two.
All right,
You
question
can't
2.
have
No.
us do this.
I will
Well.
take your beanie.
Ow.
Is it up?
That's up.
What is the best Legend of Zelda weapon? And this time we're going to start with Mac.
All right. I went with the old faithful boomerang.
Again, mention how annoying and how terrible of a character.
Old
Good job,
faithful
Matt.
boomerang.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually went with another Breath of the Wild weapon as I used the Savage Lionel bow.
So, we got a bow and a boomerang. Not a sword, which is ironic, but okay. Mac, there's
Yeah.
3 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
Give me a second. Let me get my question ready. Yeah, I am ready.
Go.
All right. So here's the thing. Looks can be deceiving. You're trying to say this is just a simple boomerang. It's not. The thing about the boomerang that makes it the best weapon in Zelda is the fact that it's so customized. It's so many things that you can do with it, and when I'm playing Legend of Zelda, I don't even think about. Sometimes I don't even think about the boomerang, but I use the boomerang more than I use in any weapons. It's the combination that you use with it. You can use it to stun people, and also it can kill people. But 9 times out of 10, it can stun the enemy, and you can stun 3 people in a row, and you can literally just power your Master Sword up and hit all of them on one hit. You can do that. That's the whole point of the boomerang. The boomerang is how you customize it and how you use it. Another thing that makes it what best is in the original Zelda, there are runners that you do not use the Master Sword. You want to know what they use instead? They use bombs and the trusty boomerang. Those are the 2 weapons they use. Want to know why? Because you can use the boomerang, stun them, and blow them the fuck up with the bomb. It literally is the most customizable weapon. In Legend of Zelda on up, I literally played a game. I have not played a game where I literally was hunting down that boomerang. I played it in the Links to the Past. I used that boomerang. I also didn't know. I also learned in other games that you can use the boomerang to pick up stuff, which is awesome. One thing about the boomerang is cool. What makes the boomerang the best weapon also is the fact that it does not require any power. There is no power. It's just skill. It's literally how you do it and how you use it and where you throw it. You can throw it and you hit your enemy. It stuns them. You can go grab it. You can go an item that's on the ledge. Go grab a heart. You can grab anything that's really on there. The boomerang will get it and it will come back to you. Also, in Breath of the Wild, you can customize your bow and put a bomb on it and throw it and literally blow up a moblin with it. That's fucking cool. I love that. Like, it's like every time, every Zelda, there's like, how we're gonna make the boomerang even fucking better, and they keep doing it in every iteration of Zelda. They do it, and it's literally they knew that good things come in something so simple as a triangular and triangle weaponry than the boomerang. The boomerang is the best weapon of Zelda. I rest my case.
I mean, 15 seconds. You did good.
Also I used the boomerang on Nightmare and Link's Awakening, and it was fucking awesome. And I thank you for giving me that boomerang in there, because I never would have beat Nightmare without it.
And stop.
Used all that time.
All right, Tony. You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
All right. So, if you want to talk about maximum stopping power, you cannot overlook the Savage Lionel bow, held by probably one of the strongest variants of the Lionel, which are these basically giant fucking centaur things that will stare you down and shit your pants. This bow is by far the best one out of all the other bows in the game. And it is said, even in the item description, it said that it can go through the thickest armor as if it were the thinnest piece of paper. And if you want even more stopping power, there's even a there's even a variant of the bow that'll let you shoot 5 arrows at a time, which each arrow does about like 32 damage, which is pretty decent. So if you get hit with this thing by all 5 arrows, you're not living to see the next day. Which, if you're talking about customization as well, you have every single arrow type in the game. You have fire arrows, you have lightning, you have ice, you have ancient arrows that will literally just delete you from existence. You know? That spawns a fucking void that just takes you out of the game. I mean, you obviously have bomb arrows, but even with just the basic arrows, you're probably not going to live to see the other day. There is a reason it's the most stocked up bow by any actual explorer in Breath of the Wild. It's because without a doubt, it'll hit you like a truck and keep coming back for more, and you will not see the end of that. It is reliable. It doesn't rely on any other weapon. Even the Master Sword, you can fuck the Master Sword off. If you have a Savage Lala bow, you'll make through most any other encounter, which is a thing that you can't get with swords, because with swords, you got to get up and close and personal. With a bow, you can stand away and just pick them off at your own leisure. I'm good.
Really? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
This is for the
So
family.
we're on to my favorite part of the game, the debate, the blood, the guts, the glory, and apparently throwing weapons this time. So, you guys ready?
I'm
Oh
ready.
yeah.
All right, 5 minutes on the clock. Go.
And the best thing about the bow is that you don't have to fucking rely on any other weapon. You know?
Okay, 2 questions for you, Tony. 2
What you got?
questions. Question number 1. Question number 1. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Question number 1. All right. So, bow.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Breath of the Wild, though, right? So
We're talking about Breath of the Wild.
So you gotta aim it, right? You are aiming the bow, not like the old NES classics. You're aiming the bow at the person, right? So you gotta aim it. So unless you took the arrow scroll game on the Wii, yeah, that's you. That's all you. And unless you gotta aim it, and you gotta aim it right, and you can miss, and it suck. There's no worse feeling than you shooting a barrel like, fuck, I missed. And I've done that tons of times with a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2. We're circling back to what I said in the beginning because it still holds weight in the last round. It breaks. The bow breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to regenerate. Meanwhile, the boomerang doesn't break. The boomerang is all going. The boomerang takes no skill. Got it. Got the enemy. Slice. Simple. It's all about how you use the weapon. Bow and arrow is cool. I get it. It's a strong, powerful, elite weapon. And with a person who actually has the skills, the talent to use that bow and literally get close to the screen as possible and hit, get a square on hit with that person. Great weapon.
So I will say that I think you're overplaying like how complicated shooting a bow is in the game. Shooting a bow in the game is the fucking easiest thing in the world.
Man, that's the hardest
As a matter of
bullshit.
fact-
That's the biggest
As
bullshit
a
I've
matter
heard
of
in my
fact, if
entire
you
life.
dodge, you can even slow down time. That gives you more time
You
to
can
shoot
slow,
the bow.
slow down time. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're
Even
telling
if
me.
you're, even
So
if
you're
you're
telling
bad
me
at shooting
that.
a bow,
So
if you use
hold
the
on. So
5 times variant,
So-
guess what? You have
that's
4 other arrows besides
So-
that initial first one.
So
to
you're
hit the
telling
damn
me
thing.
you're telling me that you have to use another item to make your item even more powerful. Where I just
No, you don't have
I
to
just
use-
literally throw
no,
my
it's not
boomerang
another
in
item.
there. Just throw
It's
it.
not another item. It's just a variant of the item.
Once again, you still ain't brought up that the bow breaks, and you got once that bow breaks, it does. Also, like I said, yeah, you can
but
use
here's the other
time, but
thing,
you gotta use
is that
another
my bow
item. To
doesn't rely on
like
any
you
other
gotta
weapon.
you gotta make your
It's like-
item. You gotta enhance your item by using other items. I did.
Yeah,
I'll
here's
admit.
the thing, though,
I'll
is
admit you
that
can put
every
the
other
bomb on
item
there.
you made for the boomerang. You said the boom. I stun him with the boomerang, and then I used the Master Sword.
Yeah,
I hit
but-
them with the boomerang, and then I hit them with a bomb. Guess what? I don't have to use anything else.
That's you want to know something? Yeah, but here's the thing: with the boomerang, it's all about how you use it versus what you do. Versus yours, you got to do so many things with yours to make yours work. And also, you got to use that. You're talking to somebody who played the game. It's hard to shoot that bow and arrow. It doesn't matter what bow and arrow you got. That bow and arrow is bullshit.
Okay.
You know how many times I shoot a moblin and I missed? I was sitting there like, gotcha, shit. I do that every time. I hate that shit. I hated the bow and arrow. I stopped using the bow and arrow. I started using the boomerang because it hit every time.
Ocarina of Time arrow shooting. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild arrow shooting is so much more advanced.
Ocarina of Time shooting was decent because you had a better controller.
You have a better controller with
No, you got the motion controls with that too.
Exactly. So you even have.
Oh my god! No, you're gonna sit up there and do this the whole time on your TV screen the whole time, and then you gotta.
What are you talking about?
You gotta have 20. You're talking to people that gotta have 20/20 vision with yours, where mine is just a simple triangular weapon. You throw, they stun, boom. That's it. Yes, I admit you're doing a second thing, but you're not doing so many.
Dead. I want you to look up a clip of what the fucking ancient.
Well, too bad we're not fact checking. But here's the thing. Yours, yes, you can. I agree. You can do so many things with yours. It's cool, but it's the enhancement with yours. There's so much stuff you got to do to make yours the better weapon. Where mine, yes, you need another weapon to do it. But it literally gives you time to react to get to the second weapon. It gives you a time to breathe. It gives you a time to think. When you're playing Zelda.
I have some thoughts about this.
You have some thoughts about
I have
this?
so many thoughts about this.
Yeah, enlighten us with your thoughts
Before we
about
get
this.
to that, you gotta do questions.
No questions. I'm just gonna not exactly fact check people, but just
I ain't no fact checking.
it's not fact checking. It's pointing out hypocrisy.
Okay.
Shall I pull out the ceremonious soapbox?
Maybe. Matt. Okay, one of your main arguments against Tony was that he had to use so many things for his item, but yet you're also pointing out, as Tony pointed out, that you can't use your item. Your item is mainly to stun, and you have to use the sword or the bomb after.
You can't. I meant to say that in my second argument. I didn't get a chance to get it. I did say you can't kill him in the.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. Second thing. What was the second thing? Oh yeah, your whole thing about aiming. You have to aim both. You're telling me you don't fucking aim a boomerang? You have to.
No, I'm talking about no. Okay, can I explain this? Can I explain this? Can I explain this? You can.
Hold on.
So sorry.
Breathe.
Sorry.
Breathe.
There's a simple way for everybody to explain their points. If you would give me a chance to talk.
Okay.
I'm sorry, bitch.
No, it's okay.
I will have you know I'm not talking at all through this.
It's for a hypocrisy check.
Okay, let's clear this up with another rebuttal.
Okay.
Mac, you got a minute 30 on the clock.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Go.
You can kill certain enemies. You can't kill all the enemies. Yes, in Breath of the Wild, I'm not talking about just Breath of the Wild. You do have to aim in Breath of the Wild. But also, I'm not talking about with just any of those other games. It's the other games that you got to do. You got to aim, because when you're doing it on, I'm talking about with regular Legend of Zelda to Link's Awakening Zelda. There is no method to do it. That bow is going in a straight path, where the boomerang is literally going around in a circle, and there could be someone right there. You literally, when you're playing with my weapon, it's all about how you use it, how you customize and use it. And it's really fun when you use it. It's fun. I had a blast using that boomerang more than I did with the bow, because it's one of those weapons that you don't have to refill up. It's one of those weapons, it's just one singular weapon that you can use the entire time, as opposed to when you run out, it's it. There's no magic power, there's no things that you got to do to boost it up. It's just the simplicity of it. It's a simplicity. Just like the holy water in in Castlevania. It's simple. It just throws it and that's it. It's how you use it versus putting things with it. It's what you do to use it to make it work. And anybody can do it because I was a casual player and I became a master with that boomerang. And if I can do it, you can do it too. And if you can do it, and you can do it, and you can do it,
Stop.
everybody can do it.
All right, Tony, you got 90 seconds to clear your hypocrisy check.
My hypocrisy.
Yeah, it was pretty much all Mac.
Yeah, it was on me. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was, but we have to be fair. If we do it on one side of the equal side, we have to do it on the other. So
Yeah.
clarify
I will-
the usage of your weapon. Go.
Okay. I'm go? Good? Okay. So, in Breath of the Wild, there is so much abundance of ammunition for the bows that running out of ammo is not like a big deal. There is no like shortage of you finding resources for it. So there's that point, is that it's hard to find stuff for it. 2 is that aiming in Breath of the Wild is so much easier than any of the other games. It's not even that hard of a task. It gives you a reticle, so it shows you where the aiming is going. And even if aiming is not your best suit, it also gives you a variant of the weapon that you can find that shoots 5 arrows. So you have 5 different chances to hit the thing, which will most likely kill it. Because of how just powerful the weapon is. It doesn't really rely on anything else besides itself. There's different ammunition styles for it, so you can customize it for different enemies. Maybe an enemy is weak to electricity. Maybe an enemy is weak to fire or blast. It just gives you the option to feel like a badass archer and keep going and just
And
knocking
stop.
shit out.
Do we have any further questions?
I have one for Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does your boomerang never break then?
If you're talking like, if we're going in Breath of the Wild, I got to be honest. Everything breaks in Breath of the Wild.
No, in
Everything
your
breaks.
But in you're only talking about
Whatever
your
game this like.
No, it doesn't break. And if we're going by my logic, if the game I'm arguing for, which would be Link Awakening, it does not break. It does not break at all. It literally does its job. It does
You never
everything.
have to replace it.
Huh?
You get one and you never have to replace
You
it.
never lose it. You never lose it. It always comes back to you no matter what. It comes back to you every time.
Okay.
You throw it and it comes right back to you.
as boomerangs should.
As
Unless you have a busted boomerang.
Well, I mean, as boomerangs should, and if you're good at using them.
All right. Tony. From what
Yes.
both arguments is, you never argued that yours didn't break, so I'm assuming that it does at some point. How long does it take for your item to break? And how easy is it to craft or gain another one?
Oh, it's easy. Oh, it's so easy. They literally have, like, you can literally just look up any, like, fucking, where can I find a Savage Lino Bow? And you can find it easily in the game. Let's see, how many hits?
Chewbacca Defense said he could never get his boomerang to come back.
Well, that's in real life. This is video game.
That would be me. That would be me.
Yeah. I mean, in real life, you couldn't get that boomerang back.
Never
Yeah.
get it to work.
Yeah. This is video game logic. Real life logic doesn't follow with a boomerang. But yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's no fact checking, so you could have made up anything.
You could, yeah. You could,
But-
yeah.
I know, but I want
They're
to
honorable.
be as honorable and honest as
It was
possible.
still one of the funnest gamer grudges I was ever a part of because we kept
Yeah.
pissing off Trink and you for being too nice.
Because I'm like, I came in to defend my belt, and it's like, oh. Now I'm just beating up somebody who's nice.
Yeah.
Aw, are you serious?
Yeah, no, it was very funny. I love that one.
So far it's a tie, Frog.
So it's got a durability of 45, which is actually pretty decent. It's definitely one of the highest ones out of all the other bows. So
Okay.
it has the highest damage output, and it has one of the highest durabilities of
I
the
mean,
bows.
what is it, like 1 point per use or so? Because that's about standard, I think.
I think so. If
Okay.
I remember, I can't.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I played the game, but I have been meaning to get back into it.
I'm just gonna go off base of 1 point per use, which is standard for most games.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little hard on this one, Mist, because
Not for me.
I love bows. I love bows so much, but I also do kind of like Mac's point earlier of where he said you could actually use the boomerang to retrieve items. I don't know how true that is. I've never played the
do you
game,
want to
but
keep that? Because
Yeah,
I
it
have my
is.
answer.
You can actually
I
use
mean,
the boomerang.
what is
to
your
get
answer,
items.
Miss?
Oh, it was Matt.
What?
It was so easy because 1, don't have to reinvent a breaking. 2, it's a freaking boomerang. 3, you can put a bomb on it. 4, you don't have to really think about aiming.
You can put a bomb on the
Boom!
boomerang.
Yeah. Well, look, you can put a bomb on it if we're going by your logic.
And also, there's no fact
can't
checking, so
put a
he
bomb
can
on
say
the
he can put
boomerang.
the president on it.
Boom!
She's saying that she could just lie and say that.
There's no fact checking. I wouldn't know.
You can put you can put a bomb on the fucking Savage Lino bow.
You said that.
I went with that. That doesn't mean Cat will.
I'm trying. I use a bow myself in LARP, so like I love bows so much, and they're really like I don't think it's again, I've never played the game, but I don't think it's as hard as Max making it out to seem. So I want to go with the bow. Like I also want to use the bow, so
Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's
yeah,
a really fun bow.
I fucking love bows, dude.
All right, so we're back at a tie again.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. This is where we get a little bit angry right here, because this is where we get a little tough when we go to round 3.
Yep.
We're gonna get physical.
Y'all better.
Let's get physical. Physical.
I'm ready for the third question.
Real quick, chat comments. Frog Guru said, "Go Mac, put our training to use."
I mean, I did. I used your tactic. I did not want to use that tactic. I really didn't. I wanted to win not using that tactic, but I used it. I was like, I feel dirty for saying the bow breaks. It does. And Tony was like, fuck! I know it breaks!
Said, I love that. It's a boomerang was one of your reasons, Miss.
It is a
Like, I play a lot of RPGs. I've seen a lot of bows. I don't even hate using a bow. But come on! I don't tend to see a lot of boomerangs.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way
It
about
established,
bows.
like Zelda established the boomerang. Yeah.
Again, it has to rely on other items to actually be useful.
Yeah, but the boomerang
All right, well,
stuns
that
the
round's
enemy.
over.
And
What's the next round, Miss?
All right, I
All
get.
right. This
They're wondering,
is
what is the final round?
This is hopefully the final round, unless we're at another tie.
Yep,
So, are you ready, Mac?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right. What is the most difficult dungeon in the Zelda franchise? And we're gonna start with Tony.
I better have some good fucking arguments on this.
So I'm gonna go with Skyward Sword's Sand Ship Dungeon.
Yeah. Mac?
I'm gonna go with 2 words: Turtle Rock. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Okay. All right, Tony. You got 3 minutes on the clock. Tell us why the sand ship is the hardest dungeon in existence, at least in Zelda. Go.
So first off, we're talking about Skyward Sword, which I think we can all equivocally agree is definitely one of the worst Legend of Zelda's games out there. The motion controls were shit. Exploration sucked ass. So it's already in that one. Then even finding the damn thing takes so much because you actually have to douse and wait for it to show up. It's just collectively, out of all the dungeons, in my mind, it is literally one of the worst ones because it relies on so much backtracking, so much just exploration of one of the worst ones that had exploration. Just all the tactics, it put literally the worst taste in my mouth, and actually almost made me quit Legend of Zelda ever again. If I were speaking to my own experience, because that game tried me for reals. It's overrated. It's not even a fun dungeon. It's just ordinary and just it just wasn't fun. And the main point of Legend of Zelda is fun and adventuring, and it made those both just mute and hollow. And it's just dull. Even from a technical standpoint, the art was very bad. The level design was so shit and just made no sense at some points. It was literally an hour and a half long dungeon for most people that actually played it and tried to actually get through it. It took them about an hour and a half. Alright, I'm good.
All right, Mac.
Yeah.
Whenever Mist is ready for you.
Yep.
You
I was
ready?
actually going to give him that 30 seconds because he had 30 seconds left.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, do you want your 30 seconds?
No, I'm good.
No, I already turned the clock off. No. Get his 30 seconds now. Anyways, Matt, 3 minutes on the clock. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
All right, look. This is the dungeon that you're gonna throw before you go to Ganon's Tower. So this is the last dungeon you're gonna do before you go to Ganon's Tower. Okay. This dungeon, when you enter it, you literally got to go to an area where you got to use the disappearing block wand, and you literally got to go in there. And if you do one fuck up, you're starting the whole thing over. I'm going to tell you this right now. I played this game on the SNES. There is no save state. There is none of that shit. When you got to start all the way over, you have to start all the way the fuck over. And I had to start that motherfucker over 10 times. Now, that's just the beginning. Once you get past that area, then you got to go through that pipe maze. And once again, I did this without a save state. So I had to do this 10 times. Okay. Once you get through the pipe maze, then you got to deal with the hammer swords, which are these head blocks, which you got to use the hook shot to take their armor plates off. You got to do that, and there's several of these motherfuckers on it. Then you do that. Once you get through that, you got to go through a room where there's blocks. Like, Miyamoto literally threw I think Miyamoto made a deal with a devil when he made this. He was like, he literally told people, Zelda was easy. Adventures of Link was easy. Well, you want to know something, motherfucker? I got something for you. Turtle Rock. That's exactly what he did. He made Turtle Rock, and you have to go through that. Even after you get through all of that, all of this shit, all of this, you got to go through the dungeon's enemy. And it's literally a turtle. I got the name of it, but you got to go through him, and he has an ice side and a fire side. So let me be honest here. Once again, no save state. The fire side took me. I died like 5, 6, 25 times. The fire side took another 25 side. The middle side took me another 25. I took about 5 to 10 hours trying to beat this game in the SNES. I have 10 hours of my life taken away from me. 10 hours of my life taken away from me because of that damn Turtle Rock. This is the hardest dungeon. I'm not going to say it's a bad dungeon. It gets you ready for the end. This is not a bad dungeon. It's a good dungeon. But hard, difficult, tedious, it fits all of those qualities. It's literally what you look at when you think of hard dungeon, when you think of Zelda. There's a lot of people that go back and say, oh, Turtle Rock, fuck that shit. That is a tough dungeon. I have no good memories from it.
And stop.
Charlie.
And yes, tedious, worse, ugly does not necessarily mean difficult. So this is going to be interesting how this round is going to go, because we are looking for the most difficult dungeon in Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Most difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 5 minutes on the clock.
Not worst.
It said worst.
No, it's not difficult.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the question actually says difficult. So 5 minutes on the clock. Everybody take a cleansing breath. I'm assuming you guys did because I can't hear it. Okay. Go.
You know, facing Turtle
I
Rock.
want you to really ask something. In your dungeon, do you have an area that you can actually get soft locked out of if you're not properly equipped? I do.
Charlie.
Your dungeon feels like a skill issue because it's literally 3D Zelda, and all 3D Zelda games are literally skill issues. That's a control. That's you can't blame that on your difficulty. Mine is top-down Zelda. My game should be easy for people, but no, this is difficult. This game feels like when you're remember Dragon Ball Z. Picture Dragon Ball Z getting your ass whooped by Frieza. You got your ass whooped by Frieza the entire time. Planet Namek is about to explode, and you come out of Turtle Rock as a Super Saiyan. That's the way I felt when I came out of Turtle Rock. I was a fucking Super Saiyan. I beat all those motherfuckers. That night, I literally was so pissed. I was so amped. I was so angry. You know, I lost 10 hours of my life. I went up in there and I went to Cannon Tower with the goal to beat Azeroth. I beat the motherfucker to death. I literally stomped his ass into the ground. Then I went to Ganon and I shot him with 10 arrows. After he was dead, I shot 10 more silver arrows at that motherfucker because Turtle Rock fucking pissed me off. It set me up on the adventure. Hard always gets you amped up for a good one. Not saying that's a bad dungeon. It literally gives you the encouragement to go to the next dungeon. Yours, while hard, is a skill issue. That's what it is. Exactly. It's a skill issue. Mine is not a skill issue. Mine is literally throwing everything. Miyamoto threw the kitchen sink, the whole fucking lake at your ass in Turtle Rock. He made sure that if you get past this, you that guy. You that motherfucker. You go through this, you are that motherfucker. Where yours, it feels like, oh man, this sucks. I don't want to play Zelda anymore. Okay, it didn't do its job.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it fucking challenges a lot of people to actually stick out the rest of Zelda, because it literally makes you examine the entirety of the thing. You actually have to prepare to fight through this dungeon. You have to go and set yourself up.
Once again, if you take away the 3D aspect of it, it's an easy dungeon. With mine, it's top-down Zero. It's top-down Zelda. The 3D makes your... I'll admit, what makes your game hard is the 3D aspect. We're not talking
about taking away stuff, because then we're talking about a whole different argument.
Oh, no, we're not. I'm just saying, I'm not taking away from it. I'm just stating the point.
That's your argument.
My argument is, let me talk. My argument is, your game, what you're presenting with me, everything that you're saying about your game is a skill issue. It's a skill issue. It's you, not the gamer. There's a lot of people that can beat that level. I've heard a lot of people that had a difficult time beating Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is a motherfucker. Turtle Rock literally questions everything about Zelda. It makes you question, why did I play this game? Why did I pick up this game? What did I do? I could have had a sandwich today. That's what Turtle Rock does for you.
They blow their nose at Turtle Rock.
They blow their nose. Oh, I know a lot of people that particularly blow their nose. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that puts, if you do a top 10 hard dungeon, they literally put Turtle Rock up there. There are a lot of people that put Turtle Rock up there as a hard ass dungeon.
It's not even in the top 10. It's not even the top 10.
It's not in your top 10. I've seen a lot of people put it in their top 5.
I'm not doing these lists. These aren't my lists.
I know.
Headless.
But yours is, like I said, with everything that you're saying, this is the thing about 3D Zelda. It's really easy once you get used to it. And I feel like with yours, you just said it. You just hate it. It's a sucky dungeon. It sucks. And I think that takes away from Orange. So if it sucks, that means that the team made a glitch and they fucked it up. So once again, that's the developer issue. There was no developer problems with my dungeon. My dungeon was made with the intent of making a good dungeon. Yours was just a fuck up. So you're blaming the developers for your dungeon, where I'm not blaming the developers. It's me.
I mean,
I gotta get good.
You have an entire thing to explore. Plus, you have time shifting. You have to go in the past, go in the present.
Once again, that seems like a developer issue. With mine, it's just
not
straightforward. Like it's literally
so many different moving parts.
With mine, it's like
you have, and then even at that, you have the mini boss, the pirate captain. He will knock you on your ass if you're not.
You don't think mine will knock you on your ass? You gotta go through 3 phases of the battle just to beat that motherfucker. 3 phases.
Okay, stop. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna add 3 more minutes on the clock. We're gonna continue this argument, and then we're gonna go on to round 4.
Okay.
So, you guys remember where you left off with your argument, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do your best. Go.
All right. So with Tantalus, we haven't even talked about the boss of the dungeon. Tantalus, you have to. His weak point. You have to shoot him. All right. And he is not going to give you a chance to like set up the perfect shot, because guess what? Not only is he attacking you, he has tentacles that he's going to attack you constantly.
So a shell turtle. That's difficult. That's so difficult compared to a turtle who breathes fire from one end of the room through all ends of the fucking room, and another turtle who breathes ice on the other side of the fucking room everywhere. And you and the turtle is hiding their main structure that you need to beat them. They're hiding it so you cannot beat it. Yeah. I don't know what difficult is, but that's difficult. Also,
that's the thing that with a lot of like the older Zelda games.
I want to say this. I want to say this while I'm still on it.
It's artificially difficult.
I only beaten Turtle Rock a total of 2 times in my lifetime. I have been on this world 37 years. I've been on this world 37 years. I only beat Turtle Rock 2 times. 2 times. One was in the SNES, and one was on the save state. The second time was even harder, and I literally had a save state. Even with the save state, I died more times. I died 50 times when I went up in that dungeon. 50 times with a save state. You know how crazy you have to be to literally go through this entire thing? I was out of that dungeon. I was
insane. But here's the thing is that if I have to wait, it's not difficult, it's boring.
That's what you're saying. Yours is boring. Mine's difficult.
Isn't boring. You literally have to like dodge him as you're trying to get the perfect shot just to kill him.
That seems fun to me. Mine is difficult. Yeah, yours is boring. You're comparing boring to hard. Yours is boring.
I'm not
cool.
Boring to hard.
Boring is cool and all, but mine is hard. You got it. And this is SNES, and yours is 3D. There's so much things you can do in 3D. SNES is hard. There's only so many rooms. You can only go left, right, this way. You got to control it. You can't go anywhere. You're only going in 3 different directions, 4 different directions, and you only can do that.
That little thing.
Yeah. That motherfucker was hard. I'm literally having an anxiety attack from thinking about that motherfucker again. I do not want to see that turtle again. God, do it again. I don't want to see him again.
You know,
I do not want to play.
I bet you I could fucking beat that turtle on my first try.
You probably can, and I know I can do it. But you want to know what the problem is? You're probably gonna die several times. You're gonna die again and again and again. It's literally Groundhog Day it's Groundhog Day in Turtle Rock.
Stop.
I fucking win.
Stop.
I will reach through my screen and strangle both of you.
I mean, you really could, but you would also
It
like
doesn't
go to
make money.
jail.
I mean, you can. Also, Chris, you can play Link to the Past, just rub it in my face.
No,
Have fun.
Frogu would like to say that he has played the game and beat Turtle Rock on the first time. He's also played both of y'all's dungeons and beat them both on the first time.
Good for him.
Yeah, and DTH Games said, Misty, we're playing a Link to the Past just to rub it in Mac's face.
I mean, cool. Do it.
I approve.
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Also play Gex.
Frog Guru did say, oh wait, Zelda 2 dungeons can be pretty difficult due to the change in time. I don't know, I've never played.
We don't talk about Zelda 2. We don't talk about Adventures of Link. Do we have to talk about that? No, we don't talk about that. No, we don't gotta talk about that. That game don't exist.
Nope. What game? What are you talking about?
What game? Adventures of what?
Okay, I have a question.
What's up?
What is the most difficult part of your dungeon? Like, not leading up to it, not after. You are in the dungeon. What is the most difficult part?
Great question.
You gonna go first, Mac?
Nah, you go ahead. I gotta ponder that moment because I gotta go through
I
trouble.
gotta ponder mine too.
I'm
You
literally.
a minute to ponder.
I'm ready. I'll go ahead and go.
You sure?
I'm sure I can go ahead and go.
All right, go.
Okay, if you're playing this game on the SNES without save states, I would say the difficult part is that took me a long time was the magic block area where you got to put the magic block and it takes you to your area. And if you are not patient, you're gonna have to start all the way over again. And it teaches you patience, but as gamers we have no patience. So one fuck up and you're starting all the way over, and you got to do this like 5 different times and 5 different. You got to do this 5 different times in the area, and it's annoying. But it's the hardest. It's the hardest part because when you're going through there, it's like because I remember I played the game. I was like, oh crap, this thing in like oh damn, because it's not hard because some people say it's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard, but when you literally are trying to like beat this game and you're impatient, and one impatient move, you're fucked up and you're gonna be doing this whole. It's like goes into a circle and it does it every time. Also, the fact that if you want to like 100% beat this game to get certain like not 100%, but get all the items in the game, get everything in the game because get certain places or certain areas you gotta get certain keys. It's a little difficult because you legit gotta get off the floor, but if you do not get off at the right time, you can fall in the pit. You gotta start all the way over. You lose a heart, and if you lose all your hearts, you start all the way at the beginning of the damn dungeon. The beginning. So you gotta do all that shit all over again. It's literally hard. It may not be, and some people say it's not difficult, but it is tedious, and it's tedious and frustrating, and it makes you want to quit.
Okay.
Tony, you ready, buddy?
I'm ready. So with this one definitely shined exploration for the puzzles. For like the component about the dungeon was the locks on the doors. You actually had to go out throughout the ship and search through different sand piles to find the combination for these locks. You know? Because the idea of the key literally being under your feet could get you stumped. Just exploring the ship was finding like different switches so you can go from past to present. Because it actually had 2 different planes of which the ship functioned. So navigating from one plane, from one time to the next, and actually having that comparing, traversing was definitely the biggest like thing that what's the word? Confused and gave people a lot of difficulty. It literally made you use all of your knowledge and all of your like items to go back and forth just to get through the dungeon.
Hello?
Hello.
No, say, is that all?
Oh, is that all? I thought you said hello, and I'm like, hello. Hello.
I might not have another question. Kat, do you have anything?
No. I'm trying to figure out who I'm voting for.
So am I, because it still doesn't feel difficult. Okay, if we're talking difficult, what is the biggest thing that's at stake? Like, what do you lose by being in this dungeon or doing this dungeon?
Well, we're both doing the same thing, so that's not even a question.
Yeah, that's
We're
not
both-
really.
yeah, like
a
our
good
dungeon,
question.
like his dungeon is literally the dungeon before you go face Ganon. Mine is going before you go to Ganon's
I will
Tower.
say that the biggest thing you lose for not completing the dungeon is one of the most crucial pieces of equipment that you get in the game.
Yeah,
which
you
is the
cannot go
arrow.
you cannot if you do not
Hold
go.
on. Wait.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily mean in game. I'm saying, what do you lose?
You mean what you-
Time.
you
I'm
lose your
confused by the
sanity?
question.
No. You did answer it, but with dungeons you could lose your sanity.
Yeah, you lose your sanity. You lose.
Oh,
your,
yeah, no.
you lose your sanity.
I'm trying to think of something that makes these things difficult because I played difficult dungeons.
Okay.
These don't sound difficult. These
Okay,
sound
so
all I
picture-
would have to do is just chill for a minute and figure it out.
Picture this. So picture this, and I'm just being honest. This is coming from me, and I know I'm older. Think of this. You got an old plasma screen TV or CRT TV, and you're playing this on the SNES, and you have to go through this several times. You die. You see the death screen every time. You hear the you see that every fucking time. I saw that 50 times, missed. 50 to 100 times, guarantee you. And every time you do that, you have to start at the and think about this, miss. You get halfway to the dungeon. You are at the end. You are facing the boss. When you die, you have to start not at the foot. Most games you start, even in this game, you probably are starting near at a checkpoint. There are no checkpoints. You are starting all the way at the beginning of the damn dungeon. So all that shit, all the little blocks, all that stuff, you're gonna have to do that all over again. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? If you die, those same amount of times you die and lose a heart, you're going to do it over and over again. You're going to have to find a heart every time. You're going to have a potion every time. You will use up all your potions by the time you get to the boss. Guarantee it. You will lose all your potions. You're going to use your potions. You're going to lose all.
But that doesn't sound like it's just to that dungeon. That sounds like it's just to that game.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, but but in that game, that's not something specifically to that dungeon. That's just the game.
That's the game, but I'm trying to put you in my shoes. She told me put you in our shoes.
That's in any dungeon, but this I'm trying to tell her. I asked her the question. I said, and even that's in the whole entire game. With my game, when you don't finish a dungeon, when you die in the dungeon, you're starting at the beginning of the dungeon. At the beginning. Not at a save point. There is no save points. And this is SNN. Yes, there are save states. There are save states. But I'm talking about purely the cartridge and the Super Nintendo. There are no save states. You legit are going all the way to the beginning. To do all that shit all over again.
Again, to reiterate, that's not specifically the dungeon aspect. That's the.
I understand. That's not. I'm just putting it. She talked.
Tony, what about
I will say for my dungeon, since he got to reiterate his thing, I get to reiterate my thing. I feel like it's only fair. For my dungeon, it doesn't tell you when you have to travel to the past or the present. You kind of just have to figure that out. You literally have to just go off of what you're getting from the information. It doesn't handhold you. It doesn't give you any hints. You literally have to solve the puzzles with your own knowledge and hit these time stones. By the way, huh?
Oh, I burped. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You have to basically figure everything out by yourself, use all your knowledge, and traverse back and forth between these time stones and hope that you get the right solution. There is a right solution, and if you know what you're doing and how to explore it, you can get there. But it's definitely difficult to eventually get there.
Okay.
For me, it's not dying, it's having it's figuring out the dungeon.
Fair.
All right, Miss. What are your thoughts?
Wait a minute, you don't get to run this ship. I get to run this ship. What are your
I'm
thoughts?
not running it. I'm asking.
I was not. I didn't mean to derail. I said I'm sorry. I said excuse me. And he said,
No one was talking to you.
no, I'm looking at the chat. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, we can kind of do this together and kind of confer back and forth because I actually get both. Like, I get the difficulty of both when you say it that way.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have played several dungeons where you had to start over. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I am a patient gamer.
That's fair.
Yeah, when Max says gamers are patient, I am one of them. I am very patient.
Fair.
And yes, can I lose my cool? Absolutely, I'm human. But once I figure out that being angry isn't gonna help me, I calm down.
That's cool. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Now, I can say I have also played dungeons where I have been so frustrated that I had to look up a walkthrough because I'm like, how was I supposed to figure out that part of the puzzle? Like, so I get it. I do get it.
Yeah.
And yes, I am very zen. I actually do meditation, so yes, I am a very zen person. But I'm trying to think which one honestly frustrates me more. I think it is the figuring out puzzles, because if I have to stop to look up something because it is not clear what I have to do, that makes me more mad because I love figuring stuff out on my own. I hate running into something where I'm like, there is no freaking way I would be able to figure this out. So, Tony, you get my point slightly. You edge that one out.
Right? Like, all right, I have to say, I was completely on board with Mac's argument in the first half of all of that. Like, I thought it was going to Mac. And then the rebuttals came along, and I'm like, okay. I do really fucking hate puzzles. I really hate puzzles.
I will say that
I gotta say, it's gotta go to Tony.
Skyward Sword had really shit puzzles.
That's okay, man.
That's the bad thing, because I I'm on your side with that one, Kat. I was like, oh, Matt killed this. He wondered, oh my God, yes. And then as the arguments went along, it's like, well, hold on.
Yeah, I could have said some more things. Like, I was literally saying, like, Turtle Rock is very difficult, and I was like, it is super difficult.
In your argument, you actually contradicted yourself. Now, I'm not going to point it. Wait. Okay, so remember the question was, what's the most difficult dungeon? You then said Turtle Rock isn't the most difficult. It's tedious. It's hard.
Oh no, I said it's difficult. Some people say it's not difficult, but there are a lot of people out there that are masochists and think it is not difficult. And there are some people like me.
Okay, both of them by default are difficult. This is a subjective thing, and all of these are. But its difficulty does depend on the person here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say I played Xenogears, where if you fall in a dungeon, you have to figure out where the crap you are to get back to where you have to go.
Right. Yeah. No.
That's difficult, but that's also something you can mitigate.
Yeah.
You know, puzzles where you have no idea what you're doing.
No, it's okay.
Pisses me off.
I could have said that there are puzzle aspects in my game. In my level 2, there is a puzzle aspect because all Zelda has puzzle.
I'm surprised you never brought it up.
I was about to, and then you told me to shut up. I was about to bring it up, and then Miss told me to shut up. I was about to bring up there are puzzles in Turtle Rock. There is a lot of puzzles. It's like I literally said that. I said the
okay, hold on.
I did say the pipe maze. I agree.
Who are you voting for?
I voted for Tony.
Yeah, she voted for
Tony wins. But, Mac. Okay, then explain the puzzles. Okay, we already know the ending of this show, but explain your puzzles.
Which one of my puzzles? Oh!
Just explain them.
Oh, so the disappearing blocks, you have to get the wand, and you have to it's literally you writing it. And you have to literally get off the platform, and you got to know where each platform goes. So if you don't know which platform, you could go on the wrong platform, and there is a good chance that you can go off that platform and fall off and die and go right at the beginning. So there is a difficulty with that. Also there is another puzzle, the maze puzzle, and they have several of those where it's just a conglomerate of different pipes where you're going somewhere, and if you go out one pipe is going here, you'll be in there for hours. And you will not know where to go in there without a walkthrough. You will not go through that puzzle maze without going through a walkthrough. And I would not recommend looking at it with a tablet, like a little video walkthrough. Do not do that. I did that. I made that mistake. Do not do that. Do a literal video walkthrough, because you do a literature walkthrough, you're going to be stuck in there for another 2 hours. So there's
I've
that.
never tried Turtle Rock. I might try it.
Huh?
I said I've never actually tried through the Turtle Rock dungeon.
You never tried it?
No.
What the fuck? I knew you lied.
Well, no, I definitely have to.
Yeah, it is a mind-numbing dungeon. It's literally tough. I'm not gonna say yours is tough, but I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, I played yours and I was like, wow, this dungeon just sucks. Like, it sucks. That's all I had to say about it. I was like, this seems like it sucks. It just feels like incomplete. It's nothing. It's not bad. It's just incomplete. Where mine didn't felt like incomplete. It's just like Miyamoto was like creating a puzzle that he literally is like, if you get to the end of my puzzle, you beat my game. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. That's the way I felt about it. They made it easier with Link Between Worlds. I'll give it that. They did make it easier. That's why I'm not a fan of Link Between Worlds, because Link Between Worlds makes all Link of the Past easy, and I hate that. But, yeah.
Okay, so Tony wins.
Yeah.
Which also comes with an announcement, unless you were joking.
No, I was joking. I was totally joking.
Okay.
Wait, what announcement?
He was gonna retire.
You can retire before the championship?
I can retire.
Some kind of WrestleMania shit happening?
Yeah, we're gonna do that next year. This year. So yeah, that's coming up next year. But yeah.
I got a 3-peat. I'm good.
No,
I got
you're
my
not.
turkey.
You gotta get the belt. Max got a belt up for grabs.
Oh, does Max actually have
I
a
got a
belt?
belt up for grabs. Yeah. Ah, damn. I'm
Okay,
never
I'll
gonna
take
win
the
one
belt
of these
and
gamer
then
hells.
I'll.
I'm never gonna win one of these gamer hells. I was close. I always come close, but I don't get it. I'm always.
I will say that I did have a lot of fun with this one. This one was a lot of fun. It made me like relook at a lot of my Legend of Zelda, like, because I haven't actually played that game in a good bit, but now I actually have to go back and play it.
You got to think about that. But you're gonna try to play the game with the boomerang, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, I came into this with the mindset of, look, I'm going into this with if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. It's not about winning with me. I'm at peace. So it's not about winning or losing. I just have fun. I'm at peace. I'm happy I retired. I'm not. There's no anger, no animosity. I just have fun. Actually, I'm having fun arguing again. But guys,
It was a lot of fun, Mac.
yeah, it was fun. Yeah. But guess what? Guys? This is my one fight for the season, so I'm going to go back into the shadows until I'm called again. So I'm not going to fight anymore.
Mac, I challenge you.
No.
I'm going back.
So I'm going to take my sword.
For me to do that, I would have to come out of retirement too, and I actually like having a functioning brain.
Yeah, I like to. So I gotta redo everything to get back to level-headed Mac. Okay, I'm back to normal. All right. Yeah.
All right, so Tony, since you're the winner, what do you and/or Kat have to plug?
So I don't really have anything to plug, but you want to follow me, I guess you can find me on Facebook, Antonio Hernandez. I'm the guy in all the LARP gear. I don't really have anything to plug shit right now. But Kat, if you want to plug your stuff, you can go and plug your stuff.
Yeah, if they could see my face.
Okay, they can't see your face? They can't see your... Okay. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, hi. I'll scoot over a little bit now. I'm Chroma_Cat94. You can find me on Twitch or on Instagram or on TikTok under that handle. I don't really stream under Twitch much, but who knows? He might talk me into that. I do post on TikTok and I post a lot on Instagram, so those are the best places to find me. And I just made sourdough. I'm really proud of it, okay? I made a sourdough starter from scratch, and bread is rising right now. I am happy about it. I don't know if it'll bake well, but I got to this point. Anyway, that's my thing.
Yay! Hooray for bread!
Yo, we love bread.
I mean, I wish I could eat a lot of bread, but I can't. But,
Listen,
Yeah.
Good segue. Mac, what do you have to
why
plug?
you race against Mac, man?
What?
Mac,
Rude.
what do you have to plug?
So guys, thank you for watching this. I told y'all that this is technically the season finale. I did say the season finale was summer heat wave, but this is actually the season finale. Yes, guys. I'm only coming out one time. So guys, if any of you want to face me, come challenge me. I'll come out, but it's only for the right fight. It will be the right fight, and I'm not coming out just for any type of fight. So I'll come out for one and one only. It got to intrigue me, tickle me a little bit, tickle your fancy a little bit for me to come out. But I'm not going to come out unless you outright the right person. But Tony was the right person to come. Huh?
Bubsy.
A Bubsy fight.
No, I'm not doing that
Well,
again.
no, we have already done that because I was host for
Oh,
that
you
one.
have?
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
missed that.
Yes,
I'm
and I
sorry.
won, sadly.
Sadly.
Yes, I did not want to win.
Story for another time. Continue.
Look, Kat, if you ever want to fight me in a Bubsy fight, I will make it happen.
No.
Okay,
No.
thank you. All right.
The only other
I will
fight
come
I
out of
wanna
retirement
fight
for
right now
you.
is with Sim.
Kat, I've been been looking to whoop your ass.
Matt, plugs.
So, guys, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all of y'all for watching. And thank you for watching this channel. Thanks for watching everything on here today, this year. So, like I said, next season, Gamer Grudge, Gamer Mania 2 is coming. 2 is going to be epic. So get ready for that. Level is going to defend his title. We also have, yes, a Sonic Grudge. We have that coming out soon. That's going to be a great fight. We also have Happy Horrorwing. We have our Halloween base episode coming out soon. We have so much stuff. We have so much sights to show you here at Gamer Grudge. Also, I want to take a little decade. I might come out for this one. We're doing for the first time ever, people. First time ever. We know you like sex. We all love that sexual stuff. I don't know. I'm not gonna know. Some of us do. Some of us are like that. But we're going to be doing our first ever in November, in the month of November, in honor of Friendsgiving, of getting together. Gamer Grudge Triple X edition. We are going to be talking about dicks, tits, and whatever you think. This is going to be an epic fight. Get ready for that.
Mac, can we compete as a couple?
No.
I will compete against me.
I will not be part of anything called Gamer Grudge.
Yes,
Triple
you will.
Triple rated. Like 1, 2 of the questions we came up to get, we all got together.
Don't give it away.
Okay.
Give it away.
Okay. I'm going to give it away. But guys, look forward to the Gamer Grudge Triple X edition. Get ready. It's about to get spicy. Yeah. Also, next Saturday, GF1 podcast. Make sure you watch that. Oh, and little thing, we're going to be in Chicago on July 4th. We're going to be doing Anime Urami. You might want to show up. You might be going $25, a shirt.
Why does that sound so threatening? You might want to show up.
You know, pepper
No, I'm threatening you. You better show up. You need to show up to Gamer Grudge. Show up for Anime Urami, Anime Midwest. Show up. Room 7, 10 o'clock. Show up. Be there.
PM.
Be there. Be square.
Hopefully, Miss will be there.
You gotta say 10 o'clock PM.
10 o'clock PM Central Standard Time.
Again, be there, be square.
Be there now.
Fucking.
It'll be real groovy.
Well, yeah, but seriously, show up. We'd love to see you. Look on TikTok. You're going to see a lot of it. But the next time you'll see us is probably GF1 Podcast. Also, next Wednesday, we're still talking about that. We don't know if we're going to stream or not, but we don't know what's going to happen. We'll see, because I got something pre-planned, but we're going to see what's going to happen. But we're still in talks with that. We're going to do it, but...
Oh, yes.
What?
Chewbacca Defense. Yes, it is a Guar shirt.
Oh, cool.
I was gonna read that question, but Mac was taking too long.
I'm sorry.
Mac's excited. Let him be excited.
I know. That's why I didn't cut him off.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, cut me off. But yeah, make sure you watch all that stuff, people. We'll see. I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'm not going anymore.
All right, is that it?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, I have been the host. This has been Gamer Grudge, Gamer Hell, Legend of Zelda Edition. You can find me on GF1. You could also find me on DTH Games, where we, for right now, stream every Monday and Tuesday at around 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Eastern time.
I don't know.
I wasn't questioning that.
Oh.
6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Scott says, dope, I got a concussion at a Guar show once.
That's how you know it was a good one.
Oh yeah, Scott, we have a Hanukkah question for the Gamer Grudge Championship. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but the Hanukkah question. Huh?
He was there.
Oh, I know. He knows we're doing a Hanukkah question. So we got a Hanukkah question.
But he knows the questions. He was there when we made them.
Oh, I know. I'm just letting everybody know we do have a Hanukkah question for the championship.
Okay.
Anyways.
Why am I getting my Sims grudge, Mac?
We'll do some. You know what? I got a challenger. I have a challenger for you, Kat. Kat, I have a challenger for you for Sims.
Who?
You're looking right at her.
No.
Well, you're looking at the video.
No.
You're talking to her.
No.
She's right there. Miss.
Sims.
No, I'm
Sims.
saying no, I'm not going to do that.
You're not gonna do a Sims fight?
No.
Oh, she's retired.
I will be the host of it, though.
Okay, that's fine. I would love for you to be the judge. But can you also do me a huge favor and screen Max questions?
Yes.
Please.
Because I do that. When
Yeah.
you listen to me, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, anytime the questions actually sound coherent, that's me.
Don't worry, this season the questions are coherent because we all got together and made all the questions.
Except for we did not see what you typed, so we do not know.
You can look on the fucking screen that's right there.
What screen?
Thank you
It's
for
on
coming,
the
Cameron.
YouTube screen. It's right there. It's right there below it. All the questions. Except for the championship round. That's
I
it.
don't mean these questions. I meant the ones that we came up with. We don't know what you typed.
It's right there. Never mind. I'll hush.
It's all good, Mac.
I know.
This has been a very, very fun stream. Very, very fun.
It was. It's always fun.
But yes, wrapping it up, also Scott says if there's punctuation, that's missed. Exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna play a little bit of Sims. And
Anyways,
retirement
anyways. Come back for our next Gamer Grudge, whenever that is, because only Mac knows.
But the next Gamer Grudge is the Anime Grammy. That's gonna be in Chicago.
I don't mean that one. I mean the one that we do on stream.
Oh, that's gonna be in August.
Okay. So yeah, look forward to
tomorrow.
that. Look forward to episodes of. I'm assuming you're still posting dope albums.
Yeah, Dope Albums. The next episode of Dope Albums, if you can see on YouTube, is coming out this month. It is going to be on a certain artist that missed. Literally comes out a lot of stuff. Talks a lot about herself. I mean, she did talk about a lot about herself with the Carter, and now she's going to be talking about.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to say I'm a freak.
I did not say that. You said it.
I know. I know that. I literally just said I'm a freak.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna. I got more albums. I got something. I literally.
But there's that. There's also
So sad.
we are recording episodes for Film Talk and Black Film Talk, so
Yep.
look forward to those. Is there any other shows that we?
Is It Rotten is back. It's coming back in
Okay.
August.
Okay. So look forward to that on our channel. Thank you for joining us for this show. Shut up.
That's it.
Thank you, but shut up.
What?
By the way, if anybody wants to know, he says, we know Miss is a freak. That's why we love her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Anyways, until next time, goodbye, everyone.
This is where somebody jumps out the specs of spring and try to take me in there. Bye. Hope nobody comes after me.